Hello partners, I'm Ike and I would love to welcome you guys to the concluding part of our sign-in system. We are going to go into the finishing part of our PHP scripting for our sign-in system. We've successfully validated our username text field and also our password text field. All that is left to do is to grab the content of these variables and then post them into our database. Okay, in order to save time, I've gone ahead to type out the scripting, so I'm just going to paste it in right here and then explain to you guys all that I've done. Not much though. Now if you remember, we have checked to see that this isn't empty and this isn't empty. Once we are sure that both are not empty and we've grabbed out their values, so what I did was that I came here to check if our error message is empty. If this variable error message is empty, meaning that we didn't encounter any errors, meaning that these variables have been assigned their respective values. So if our error message variable is empty, what we can do, or what we're going to do, is to create a new variable called result and then pass into it my SQL query function. Now we are going to select everything from our usernames data table, where our username is equal to this variable username right here, our username variable, and our password is equal to our password variable. Then right here we are going to run this query and wrapping it in this if statement just for a check, so in case anything goes wrong we have an error message to fall back on. So if my SQL query result returns one value or returns a result set, what we are gonna do is to, meaning that we've matched this user to one set in our database. So what we are going to do is to log the user in. To log our user in, I've gone ahead to create 3 separate sessions which we'll be using throughout the project at different points. The first session is our username session, which holds the value of our user's username. The second session is an access. It holds the access level for our user. You remember we have 3 separate users for the system. Now the access level for an administrator is very different from that of an instructor, which is also very different from that of our examination candidates. So this difference of various access levels is what tells the system what to display to who. Alright, then finally we are going to create a session that is going to hold our user's unique ID number. Alright, next of I've created a variable here called privilege, and I'm going to assign to it the value of our access session. It's going to hold the access level of our user. The reason for this is right here. We are going to be using this to know if our user is logged in as an administrator or if he or she is logged in as any other person. So if privilege level is equal to 1, which is an admin, or privilege level is equal to 2, which is an instructor, we are going to refer this user to the index page. But if the user is logged in as an examination candidate, we don't want him to go to our default index page. Would rather refer this user to the start exam page, because that's all that concerns this user. Alright, I think this is basically everything we've done for our sign-in page. I'm going to save, and then let's go into our browser and see what happens. Well, too bad we won't be able to sign anybody in since we haven't created this user. Permit me guys to run the test for this sign in the next tutorial, where we are going to create options to register new users. In that case, I'm going to have to sign off right here, and I'd urge you guys to subscribe on my channel and have fun. See you all around.